Hello, beautiful souls. Have you ever wondered why sometimes the person you care about doesn't show you the attention or love you expect? If someone truly loves you, their actions might not always align with what you expect. It's not about them not loving you, it's about something deeper. Now, let's talk about what it really means when someone loves you and why at times it might feel like they're ignoring you. Love isn't always expressed in the way we hope or imagine. It's not about constant attention or being attached at the hip. Sometimes real love comes from understanding, trust, and the space to grow individually. When you're truly loved, you're not smothered with constant affection, but rather you're given the freedom to be your own person. So why does this happen? Why does it sometimes feel like they're backing off or not giving you the attention you need? Well, the truth is, real love is about respect and understanding. When someone loves you, they respect your space, your dreams, and your individuality. They know that you need room to grow, and they support that growth. If they constantly hover over you or demand your attention, they might unintentionally be stifling your personal growth. And that's not love, it's attachment. And attachment can sometimes feel like control. What does this mean for you? It means you should never feel insecure or question your worth just because someone isn't showering you with attention 24/7. True love isn't about being together all the time. It's about being together when it matters. It's about supporting each other's growth, whether that means spending time apart or giving each other space to breathe. The person who loves you will give you the freedom to be yourself. They'll trust that you'll come back to them just as you trust them to do the same. Now, let's take a closer look at why this space is so important. Space doesn't mean distance in the sense of not caring. It means that love doesn't need to be clung to in order to thrive. Think about a flower. It grows best when it's given the right amount of sunlight, water, and room to spread its petals. It doesn't need to be caged in or controlled. The same applies to love. When someone loves you, they give you the space to grow, and in return, you'll be able to offer more of yourself to them. A healthy relationship is one where both people feel free to explore who they are, to develop their own passions, and to come back together with even more love to share. You see, when we are constantly seeking validation or attention, we can lose sight of our own worth. We start to believe that love must come in a specific form, constant calls, texts, or physical closeness. But love isn't limited to that. In fact, when you stop needing constant attention and start focusing on your own growth and self-love, you create an environment where love can truly flourish. You allow the relationship to breathe and grow in ways that feel natural and healthy for both parties. There's also something so beautiful about the idea of trusting someone enough to give them the space to be who they truly are. When we love someone, we need to trust that they are capable of standing on their own. When you truly trust that someone will still love you even if you're not always in their face, you open the door for a much deeper connection. It's easy to think that love is something that requires constant closeness, but real love is a dance between closeness and distance, between union and individuality. By stepping back sometimes, you allow both of you to grow and come back together in a more meaningful way. This space is also an opportunity for you to grow in your own life. It's important that you take the time to focus on yourself, on your goals, your dreams, and your personal growth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly focusing on the other person and not on your own well-being, you may lose sight of what makes you happy, fulfilled, and whole. By allowing yourself the space to grow, you create a stronger version of yourself. And a stronger version of yourself only makes the relationship stronger. And let's not forget that relationships are built on trust. The person who loves you will trust you enough to give you the space to grow, knowing that you will come back to them stronger and more aligned. When you feel loved, you will also feel the trust that allows you to step back and focus on your individual needs. The love you share will only deepen as a result. Another important aspect is that love isn't just about receiving, it's about giving. When you give space to someone you love, you show them that you trust them. You show them that you have faith in their ability to grow and thrive. This act of giving space is one of the most loving things you can do for someone. It's not a sign of neglect, but a sign of respect. The person you love needs to feel that they can stand on their own and pursue their own passions, and when you respect that, you are showing them that you love them in the most profound way. So next time you feel ignored or like you're not getting the attention you want, stop and think, is it possible that the person you love is giving you space to grow, to breathe, to be your own person? And is it possible that by giving you this space, they are showing you their love in the most deep and meaningful way? Let's take a step back and think of this perspective. True love doesn't always look like the picture we paint in our minds. Sometimes it looks like giving each other the space to grow. It's the trust that the relationship will remain strong even if you're not constantly in each other's presence. When you understand this, you'll find that love becomes more fulfilling, more enriching, and more rewarding than ever before. If the person you love is not showering you with attention every second of the day, don't feel disheartened. Understand that they might be giving you the freedom you need to shine on your own, to pursue your passions, and to become the best version of yourself. This, my dear, is real love. And when both of you have the freedom to be yourselves, the relationship only becomes stronger, deeper, and more meaningful. And sometimes in relationships, we can mistakenly place expectations on how we want love to look. We often think love should come in a certain package, constant texts, unbroken attention, and a kind of closeness that feels like it's never ending. But what if I told you that real love doesn't always fit into this picture? That the moments of space, quietness, and independence might be just as powerful, if not more so, than the moments when someone is glued to your side. It's important to realize that love isn't about being physically close at all times. The closeness that some of us may crave can sometimes be more about our own insecurities and needs for validation than about the other person's love for us. When we allow ourselves to depend on constant attention to feel loved, we're placing our value outside of ourselves. Sometimes people need space to find clarity. Giving space in a relationship is not an act of detachment, but rather an act of love. By stepping back, we allow ourselves time to reflect, heal, and understand our emotions without overwhelming each other. This space provides a chance to process thoughts and feelings independently, which can, in turn, strengthen the bond once the space is closed. We don't always need to be in each other's lives every second to keep the connection alive. Sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder, not because the love is less, but because it allows us to appreciate the moments when we are together more. In the end, love is not about constant closeness. It's about understanding, trust, and the freedom to grow. It's about knowing that no matter what, you are loved and you are enough. If someone loves you, they will give you the space to be yourself, to flourish, and to grow. And that, my dear, is the most beautiful form of love you could ever experience.